Okay, how awesome is it to be doing this?
Yeah.
I miss being with my Thrive people. And I'll just kind of ring in on the detox before we talk Lavelle brand promoter. On the detox, so right before detox, a few months prior, we had got sick and like we had avoided it for almost 2 years, right? And then we got it. But after that, y'all, my motivation was gone. Like I told Margaret, I was like crying because I'm like, I feel like I felt before Thrive and I'm thriving. Like I don't know how to get it back. I don't know what to do. I was thinking, am I always gonna be stuck in this? I'm not motivated. I don't want to get out of my house. Like, am I always going to be stuck there? Because I don't like that version of me. I'm a super social person. So when the detox came out, I was excited. I'm going to clear my system. I'm going to reset everything, and hopefully the motivation comes back after. So that was kind of the goal. And let's just say it was a hit. It did what it was supposed to do. And yes, I did miss my Thrive. Those first few days were a little rough. And I love how Natasha said, focus on what you can eat. Because I know I've noticed a lot of people are like, well, I need recipes, and what's your plant-based recipes and your vegan recipe? I'm like, really? We stuck to whole foods. We were like fish, rice, beans, those kind of things. And I had fresh veggies and fruit on hand to be able to just snack when I felt hungry. Try to really stay away from processed foods, and that was great. Like, there's a lot of food you can eat in those categories, like fish or fruits and veggies alone. There's a lot of food there that you can eat. So that was really not the typical detox where it's like you only drink all day long,
No
right?
food.
Yeah. There's no food. There's no actual eating. I need an actual form of eating. I think it's a mental thing, but that's okay. But what came out of that detox, I was, in those first 3 days, I was thriving again, and I felt like, I'm back. I feel good, I'm back, and I wanted to actually do things again, and that was huge. So guys, if you know people that maybe went through that, like are still like, gosh, I'm still so tired, and I'm still so this, and when does this go away, and when does this come back? The detox is something you need to talk to them about, seriously, and then getting them back thriving, or just thriving in general if they're not thriving with you yet. Let them know, like, I got your vitamins, I got your mojo, let's do this. So on that, let's talk Lavelle brand promoter side. One thing about Lavelle that I love is that it's free to join. So the word free is huge for me, because when we started this, I was totally freaking broke, and we were living minute to minute. There was not even like paycheck to paycheck. We were living minute to minute. And I finally decided I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I ordered my Thrive. I didn't even know I signed up as a promoter. We won't talk about that. But I signed up wrong. So when I ordered 3 months after having my free account, I ordered as a promoter. Didn't order right either. But what happened was, I saw this, I know, Maria, bless her, she was probably like, ooh, this girl is, okay. So when you have people that sign up wrong or order wrong, please just bear with them, because it's okay. So for me, I ordered, I started thriving. 1, I felt really good right away. But 2, I saw in my cloud office this little dial. I'm like, what is that? And she's like, girl, you just need 4 friends thriving with you. And I was like, but what is it? And so you're gonna earn up to $660 on your first $800 in qualified orders when you're in your first 2 weeks, right? And you can double that. I didn't care about doubling it. I want to know about the first part. And I was like, well, but what is that? Because I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna earn $660 and they're just gonna send me a big box of product, right? I'm like, is there money involved? Because I'll run after money. And so she said, yeah, you just gotta get those 4 friends thriving with you. So when you have promoters come on board, make it that simple for them. Don't overcomplicate. And I know the longer we're here, we think, well, they need to know this and they need to know that, and they think they need to know this and that, right? They just need 4 friends thriving with them. They need 4 friends thriving with them, 2 as a customer ownership, 2 as a promoter ordering that great pack, and then you hit your $800. You're gonna get a check on Tuesday. That was the best text that she'd ever said. She's like, oh, P.S., we get paid on Tuesday. And I'm thinking, well, like, I'm gonna make any money between now and Tuesday. I did, it was really cool. So that right there, the base of the business, right? The foundation. Refer to, get it for free. Run after VIP 800 for your promoters. VIP 800, 1600. And then, in your first 30 days, when you and your team, it's not just you anymore. You and your team, those 4 people you brought in, you and your team hit $4,000 in online orders. Guess what? You get a pair of Maui Jims, these bougie little super cute sunglasses that, especially if you're like I was in that first 30 days, you're not thinking about buying yourself some super cute sunglasses. But then you get to say, oh my gosh, look what I got for free. So for us back then, it was an iPad mini. And I was like, oh my gosh, look what I got for free. And people were like, you can get that for free, whatever. I'm like, no, I really did. So you start talking about it. You talk about what you're accomplishing. You talk about your people and what they're feeling and what they're accomplishing. People get curious. People are nosy. Guys, we have so many forms of social media now. Like, it's not just Facebook anymore. Put little tidbits like that out there. People are nosy. They want to know, how'd you get that for free? Whatever, you can't do that. And they'll start watching you, and then they'll come in. And then, oh wait, 12K auto bonus. So when you hit that auto bonus, now people are like, what do you mean they're giving you money for a car? So they get curious. And so for us, that was huge. I had a Tahoe. Y'all, I didn't want a car payment. It was the first car that I'd ever actually paid off, because the rest of them, I don't know, something happened between, wrecks or who knows. But that car was completely paid for. I'd been driving it for years. And I had told my husband, I'm gonna drive this till the wheels fall apart. Well, right before Thrive entered our life, that was kind of starting to happen. And he was like, babe, I really think we need to go look for you a new car. I'm like, no, we don't. It's fine. Just fix it. Like, whatever it was, fix it. Like, get a new tire, jiggle something under the hood. You're good at that. Fix it so I can keep driving it, because I have a title. I do not want a car payment. This is not happening. Well, then Lavelle happened, and then in our second month, we had our auto bonus, and I was like, whatever, this isn't gonna last. So I waited. I just took the $300 that they give you no matter what you drive. They're gonna give you $300, right? Even if you don't drive, they're gonna give you $300 for hitting your auto bonus. So if you choose to drive one of the luxury vehicles, and y'all are so blessed, there's so many now, like the list, it would be like all over this board. The list is so long. So then we picked from 4. And I remember when I hit it on the 5th day of the third month, so my second month hitting it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is real. Like this is just keeping growing. And then that day, I told my husband, I was like, I'm gonna go look for a car. He's like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm going to the Mercedes dealership. He's like, no, you're not. Like, he's like, well, I'm thinking Honda. Like, I'm like, no, but the Lavelle's been paid for it. I have an auto bonus. Trust me. And he was not on board, but he trusted me. And right before I went to go drive up there, my window wouldn't roll up. Like, I got talking to him, and it just stopped. And he's like, okay, I'm going with you. I was like, okay. So I'm smart, right? We never want anybody to get in debt here. That is never the goal. You always pay off debt. That was our goal originally. So you get something that's less than your payment. You get something that insurance and everything is gonna couple in to get a used car. Right now, I know the market is crazy. But you be smart about it. And that's what we were. I drove that for about a year. They used Mercedes, and things kept growing. But then people were like, wait, you got a car? So people want to see that, wait, they sent you to Mexico on a trip and you came back, and like all the things, and you were with people, and that was fun, and I know you can't afford that. So it's those things that you have to talk about. And I think when we've been here for so long, we forget to talk about that, right? We forget to talk about the newest people that are still experiencing what we experienced in the beginning. So I'm since we're all promoters here, I'm kind of talking to y'all in that, right? For you that are brand new promoters, first of all, congratulations for getting here. And second, know that you are somewhere that is going to continue to grow. The feeling that you feel thriving, every person you talk to, you run into, you meet out and about, those people need what you have. They're gonna laugh at you, but they need what you have. So creating that relationship, nurturing those people, letting them know, I pretty much at the salon, there were a couple people that I shook because they're close and trusted me, and they're like, whatever, those things don't work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you need this. Trust me, you need this in your body. And they're like, okay, like, but you're almost to that point, right? You're like, you need this in your body. Just trust me. And when you put that out there, people do. They listen. Because when you're talking about trust me, it's not about I'm trying to sell you something. It's about I'm experiencing this. I feel amazing and I want this thing for you. So I could talk all night. With that, Brooke, please come up. Brooke's gonna